on Sokolov.
What?
I'll search with you. Where are you hiding?
Imagine that? No, I'm sure. I wonder what I'm dealing with.
I wonder who that was. Something feels wrong. That's nobody. After I've passed from the world, how long will the intricate parts continue to function?
Someone there.
Found someone suspicious. So let's see. What was it? I don't like that.
I thought I
Better
saw
have a
someone
look.
right here. Let's check the place, just in case.
What is it that motivates you? Intelligence? Passion? Perhaps it is something I cannot measure, but I will try.
I'm sure there was something going on.
You've encountered my arc pylon. The electrical discharge from my clockworks makes these obsolete. I keep this one out of nostalgia for so served his time, and now he belongs to me. This playback indicates some detection without certainty. Recall? Playback for dead body detection. Combat Protocol 8. Okay, enemy encountered. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Mechanism detached. Magnetic or mechanical. Now, in case a body is discovered. Playback for... Unauthorized presence. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Overheating. Stop all action. Is that extraordinary? It seems that you two, my clockwork soldiers, are no match for you. This has turned out to be a very interesting day.
Somehow I got out of that alive. At least Anton is safe. Now, for Jindosh.
You'll be all right here, visitor. Just keep your head down.
Safe and sound, and yet here you are again, back for more.
Barred from the other side.
Down my arc pylon. How resourceful.
Tanaka needs a good dogfighting club, like the ones in my father's time.
I thought his scientific work would be distorted by his passions. In fact, they are inextricably linked. Display back indicates some detection without certainty. In my autopsy, I was curious to observe the rumored degeneracy of the Cauldron line.
Just gotta...
Sounds like the Clockworks haven't caught our intruder yet.
give him time. Between those things and the room transformations, there's no chance whoever it is will make it this far into the mansion.
Myers spent 3 months over on the west side working near Lady Pinoli. And that's all it took. Now he's a major. Lucky bastard. Who's that?
Someone's gotta die.
You little shit!
Loop. The machinery has entered combat. Enemy attack. Combat Protocol 8. Playback for unambiguous enemy. Playback for combat protocol. Cooling down. Breathtaking, according to the scale. Acoustic sensors, you move quite quickly. Playback indicates criminal profile. Don't let your last moment, the last vision you behold, is a combat. The very pinnacle of its name is over. Shut down, moment. Enemy at rear playback. There is another test for the clockwork, so them better in the end. Another clockwork down. Each of those costs a princely sum, I assure you. Idling, take this opportunity to back-charge second coil. Back-facing fuel detection. Playback indicates one of the finest views in all Karnaca.
It's a long way down.
Check central. some detection without certainty. This playback indicates a false positive.
At last, Imperial Majesty found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot on this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder.
What is this thing?
Experiencing uncertainty.
Come out and end this trivial game of cat and mouse. I have important work to do.
At this
Kieran Jindosh.
Combat Protocol 6. Playback for the Combat Protocol. Woman armed. This person identified as likely.
Goodbye, Grand Inventor.
Enemy evasion successful. Switching to alternative tactical mode. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. The machine has lost its quarry.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize...
You did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Let's go then.
The void, but somehow different this time.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you, you're older. How's yesterday?
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's at court every day.
Business? Well, it's complicated. We'll discuss someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't forget.
Would you like to tell me what you did?
We were just playing.
My name is Jessica. Who is your name?
It was her. Delilah's wife. She broke it.
Saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. He's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served that you'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
Hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not.
When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name. The next step along the way to Duke Luca Abel, then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.
I miss you, even the boy. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Emily did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Megan. And it kept me going.
Anton, you've had 3 days to rest. Tell me how to kill Delilah.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge that I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous. As obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There will be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah, which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a River Cross shell to use as an ashtray, because it reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shusha has money, so she gets the wood she wants.
Take it! I'll break your face! You're not so proud now. Who's that?
As it takes. We'll be picking up balusters and spindles made of Serkonan Umberwood.
I thought the old Duke Theodanis outlawed Umberwood export to protect the trees.
I can't keep track of all the decrees. My client's refurbishing a gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a River Cross shell to use as an ashtray, because it reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shusha has money, so she gets the wood she wants.
Hey, you! What's going on here? Jack!
Wait, over here! Her head is worth a fortune.
That's not natural. She's dead.
The trees.
I can't keep track of all the decrees. My client's refurbishing her gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a River Cross shell to use as an ashtray, because it reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shersha has money, so she gets the wood she wants.